Hello, are you now comfortable knitting English throwing style but would like to learn how to knit a bit quicker? My grandmother and my mum both showed me how to hold the yarn and the needles when I was a lot younger, and I've been using that technique ever since. I would like to share that with you now to help you with your knitting too. I've been knitting English style throwing style since I was a little girl. My nana and my mum both taught me how to knit. And when I first started, I would have been like most people who begin knitting, holding the needles, something like this. And then to do a knit stitch, I'd put the needle in the stitch, I'd grab the yarn, wrap it around and collect my stitch. And I'd work like this, dropping the right hand needle so that I could wrap the yarn around and knit, dropping the needle. Now lots of people knit like this, and that's absolutely fine. There's lots of different techniques, but my nana used to knit the way I'm going to show you, and so does my mum now. And it's just a way of where you're holding the right hand needle, whichever way works for you, but you never let go of it. And it just means you can be a little bit more slick with your knitting. But to aid this, we need to have a little bit of tension on the yarn that we're holding. And it's a good idea to have tension on the yarn because the fabric that you're creating will look a lot neater because your stitches will be more uniform. So there's different ways of creating tension. I remember my nana used to like to wrap the yarn around her middle finger and have the yarn here around her index finger. I've seen people wrap the yarn around their hand and have the yarn here. But for me, I like to hold the yarn around my little finger and have the yarn over my index finger. Have a play, see which works and is most comfortable for you. But you'll notice I've just automatically rested the right hand needle across my thumb. I've seen people do this and they hold the needle like this and they'll knit and they won't let go of the needle. That feels awkward to me. How I do it and how my nana and my mum taught me was to hold the needle across my thumb, and then this just slides, the hand slides up and down the needle. But you can see I've got the yarn here that's got a little bit of tension, but I can throw it around the needles. So to do the knit stitch, in the stitch there, left to right, and then without this needle leaving my hand, I'll just slide forward and wrap the yarn around the front to take the needle. So it does that again. To work the stitch, my hand slides across the right hand needle and my index finger throws that yarn, if you will, around. I always end up using this finger to push the needle and collect the stitch, sliding forward to make the stitch. And this way, it's not as cumbersome and everything flapping around as much. It's a little bit neater. Now then, that's doing knit stitches. When we're doing purl stitches, I'll just move the needle over because that needs to be on this side now. It's the same thing. So I'll take my yarn across my little finger and the yarn across my index finger. But to start with, I need to get the needle from the right to left. Here we are, tuck the needle in. Now I'll collect the yarn. And it's the same thing. This right hand needle is just sliding across my right hand while I do the stitches. And my index finger on the right hand is just moving the yarn around to create the stitch. So hopefully you can see that the right hand needle is never losing contact with my right hand. My right hand is constantly supporting it, like so. So I'll go back to doing knitting because I'm doing stocking stitch or stockinette stitch at the moment. Right, so I like to use my right little finger and across my index finger. Now then, what I'll do is I'll speed up a little bit. So this is my normal knitting speed. It's a lot quicker. I haven't sped up the video. This is me doing my knitting stitches as I do when I'm sat on my sofa nice and comfortable. So hopefully that helps you, and you can see that that's a speedier way to do English knitting. And I hope that helps. Thank you. My other videos will show knitting, sewing and inspiration for ideas for you to create your own unique wardrobe. If you like what you see in this video, please subscribe and hit the bell button to receive notifications, and we can be creative together. Thank you.